Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and Brad Combs has knocked it out of the park today. This guy landed an interview with Miguel Valles, who was the head of XRP markets for Ripple, okay? And I'm going to tie this in with some other things after you watch some of these clips. But Miguel Valles made an announcement at the end of Brad's video where he tells you where he has just accepted a position, and I think it might be an eye-opener. It was for me. Now, first I wanted to make sure all of you, because Brad, he's been on fire lately, so he's got he's at 20.9 subscribers, and I think that he deserves a lot more than that. You ought to go give him a subscribe. Now, there are several things that Brad hit in his interview that you will find interesting. I went through the interview and I grabbed out the ones that I like the best. And I think that those of you who have been following Ripple and Miguel Valles and some of the different things that I've been talking about on this channel, I think that you're going to like some of the things you hear. The first thing you're going to hear right here, you're going to love. So listen up. And kudos to Brad Combs.
One is, do you still hold XRP?
Yeah, of course.
That's wonderful. And you created hashtag Zero Doubt and hashtag XRP the standard for XRP. And those two have just been staples in crypto Twitter, and they have not left. Do you still have zero doubt about XRP?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. And I know we'll touch base a lot more on XRP, but it's, like I say, pole position.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one.
Do you have any more questions, folks? This is the guy that ran the XRP. He ran XRP markets for Ripple, and now he's gone on to do other things, as a lot of people from Ripple have. The guy has zero doubt, just like we do the hashtags on Twitter and on this channel all the time. Hashtag zero doubt. We heard it from him first, and he still holds his XRP. I wonder why he still holds his XRP. Okay, and then the next clip that I liked out of this was at the 10:01 mark. If I can hit that, it's hard to hit right on. Okay, right here.
One thing that's for certain is that they don't fit any one particular mold.
Yeah. And now, during your time at Ripple, there was a moment there, and I know Chris Larson had even made a reference to, you had talked about speaking about XRP having at some point the same liquidity of a G10 currency. Chris Larson had spoke about the XRP having the same liquidity as like a Swiss franc. Could you speak to that a bit?
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
The goal is to make this
you know how profound that is?
Currency, right? And to make it a substitute settlement asset so that you want to settle in dollars, great. You want to settle in euro, great. You want to settle in yuan, great. You want to settle in XRP, fantastic. You can do that. So that, in order to make that a reality, and there's a chicken and egg thing here for sure, but whichever one comes first, you're going to need the liquidity.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is funny, right? Yeah.
You know, I've always thought that was such a, I mean, have you ever in your life heard anybody from any company say, yeah, we're trying to create a digital asset. It's going to be similar to the Swiss franc, or I think that's how you say it. I know I'm always butchering these names. The Swiss franc, or maybe like a G10 currency. And for those of you that don't know what a G10 currency would be, it would be like the Big Ten, like the US dollar, the pound. That's a G10 currency. That's a pretty bold claim to make right there. And they've never backed down. I've heard Chris Larson say it. He's said it. He just reinforced it again. I mean, in this interview right here, there's an overall theme, and that is, does my 8-year-old need to draw you any more pictures? Do we need any more pictures? Because this guy did not back off of all of these things that there's been a lot of people who've said, oh, yeah, zero doubt. Yeah, zero doubt. That's hype type stuff, thinking that maybe he said this a long time ago and probably regrets that he said it or didn't mean it. No, he just told you that he meant it then and he means it now. And he also told you, yeah, we said G10 currency then, we said Swiss franc then, and we say it now. Let that sink in, folks. What does XRP look like if it has the liquidity of a G10 currency? Are you kidding me? That's a no-brainer to own that asset for me. All right. Now the next clip is at the 11:10 or so. Here we go.
I want to talk about, so Naveen Gupta had said one time about, we're either here as Ripple to make a dent in the universe or we're going to go away. You know, what are your thoughts there? You think Ripple makes a dent in the universe?
I think it already has.
Well said.
I don't know. I mean, name another company that has gotten, regulated real public companies to use a digital currency in any meaningful way. I think that place has so much to be proud of, and the sky's the limit, certainly, and we're just scratching the surface. But no, it has already shown, number one, like when Bitcoin came out and then XRP comes out, and there's the whole, kind of the class warfare between the two things, right? And, it's centralized this and that, there was a lot of doubt as to whether or not this model, one where, Brad's spoken about this a lot, where you're not trying to tear down the system, you're trying to work with the system, whether that model had any value, could work, would anybody bother, to even give it a shot. And Ripple has, through many ups and downs and through, I think, some really challenging times, prevailed and shown that even though it's not done, there is a path where an enterprise blockchain company affiliated with a digital currency can add real value to existing companies.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then let's go to the 26-minute mark. And then after this clip, you will get to see his announcement. I'll show you that part. The announcement blew me away, and I think it'll blow you away too.
For a second, because I think that's an important real-time example that everyone has been able to watch happen, for the world. Banks, how much is an asset like XRP worth that everyone needs to use and no one needs to hold technically?
It's interesting. It's a question I have.
By the way, I don't know if it's my computer or his thing, but somewhere here in the 20-something minute mark, there was a little bit of skipping going on, not in the audio, but just in the visual, but you can still hear everything good.
I had that conversation with David where it's like, okay, so we're building this bridge asset use case. No one needs to hold it. So how does value accrue? And we are long 55 billion of this.
Yeah, we're going to want it to go well.
And we do want it to go well. I think, look, the bridge asset use case is that, and it proves something, right? It proves, oh wait, you can move money with this. This is right. This is good. But it is the first step towards the broader vision of using it as a settlement asset, where MoneyGram, let's say, instead of buying it, transferring it, selling it, would hold it and just send it to whoever it had to settle with, and then those folks would get out of it. Now, you're like, well, that's still on balance, net, no new demand. Sure, but as that network grows and more people need to grow into that network, they do have to source the XRP. And that does drive demand in the long run, right? So I think the bridge asset, the MoneyGram deal, which was incredibly exciting, I was so fortunate to be there when Kahina Van Dyke, who I reported to at the time, kind of brought that home. I think prove that, yes, step one, got it. Now we need to kind of move forward and prove out steps two.
And wasn't that?
Okay. And now on to his announcement. Now, folks, I want you to listen close to where Miguel is about to go work. Then I'm going to show you who else it has to do with this company, because I've talked about it on this channel before, and I don't think that anyone, until this announcement, in my gut, I knew what this was. And now it's final. Miguel is the cherry on top. I already knew, but now I really know. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Watch this. It's at the 30, 40 or so. Here we go. Right here.
All your achievements with the team and everybody there at Ripple and the things that you guys have taken part of, but you have some breaking news, and I want to know what it is. I don't know what's going on. You've got breaking news.
Yeah, I got a little bit of news, Brad. So I have recently joined, and I mean very recently, it was 2 days ago, joined Link2, the online private markets platform as COO. And I'm joining Bill Saris, the co-founder and CEO over there, and try to help him scale that. And I am incredibly excited about it. It has something to do with liquidity and building markets, which is my wheelhouse. It is crypto adjacent in that it has a few household crypto names on the platform that people can invest in. But more than anything, it's solving a real problem. And when I first met Bill and he started to tell me about what they're trying to do, it hit me like a ton of bricks that there's this opportunity to provide access to some of the most impressive, exciting companies to folks who don't have accredited investors nonetheless, but at least you don't need $100,000, $250,000 to invest, right? You can invest with 5, 10 grand and get access to some of these companies before they go public. So I cannot tell you, I'm psyched. I'm so pumped. It's great.
All right, so it's Link2, folks. It's the Link2, the same Link2 that I've been talking about what a cool concept it is to be able to buy into the equity before an IPO and to be able to get access for a lower amount of money. I think the entry is like $10,000. Now, in this next clip, this is the last clip, but I wanted you to hear this. Miguel goes into the vision for what this Link2 is doing and what they're going to be doing. This is fascinating because this is a world changer. And I want to show you, it's no coincidence. You got Miguel Vaez showing up, and then I'll show you a couple of more people. Watch.
Just a week or two ago, I think it might have been 2 weeks ago now, and he told me that you guys are doing something amazing with Link2 and Uphold and the wallet. And I know one of the Mr. B XRP just did a demo about how you're going to be able to purchase these things right off of Uphold. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, they sent me the Mr. B video today. We hadn't announced anything, we haven't said anything, right? But leave it to the internet to go find the nuggets. So the idea here is going to be that we'll at the moment Link2 will use an integration with the Uphold wallet, so that if you have an Uphold account and you have a Link2 account, you can buy directly from your Uphold wallet shares in Uphold and Coinbase and Ripple, Robinhood. And you can use XRP, you can use Bitcoin, you can use dollars, you can use anything that Uphold allows you to have.
Right.
So that's pretty neat. Obviously, you still have to be accredited. I think going forward, there's visions of having the ability to basically buy anything have our clients or our customers buy anything that Uphold has available, and allow Uphold clients to buy anything that Link2 has available. So that could be super powerful, but that's a V2.
How about that? So now let's look at this. So Miguel Vaez has now added Chief Operating Officer. This is his profile on LinkedIn. And of course, he was head of XRP markets at Ripple. Now, remember, I've shown you this before. This is Link2's page. And if you go down to the bottom, two of their advisors, one is Greg Kidd and one is Norman Reed. Well, we know Greg Kidd was one of the first 10 employees at Ripple. He was also previously, he worked at the Federal Reserve. Okay. And this is where he invested $1 million into Link2. Now, what about Norman Reed? Well, it just so happens Norman Reed was, I believe, the first general counsel at Ripple. This is when they announced that on February 13th of 2015. So the question is, you got all these Ripple people that think that this is the place to go, okay? Or this is the place to be a part of. All right. You got Norman Reed, you got Greg Kidd. Now you got Miguel Baez. Now look, and then they're integrated. This is the website from Link2's website, just so you can see this. They've integrated the XRP card. There's Ethereum. Anything that you hold at Uphold integrates into this thing. So many of you listening to my voice are going to be, shoot, if we're right about XRP, which, come on, the many people listening to my voice are, if you're not already accredited, there's a good chance you will be in the coming months and years. And so that's why I'm so fascinated by this Link2 and the shares in Link2 itself that are on the platform. I can literally go in here right now and I can just slide this over. They show a total of 414,545.45 shares, and they're selling for 55 cents. This company's just gotten Miguel Baez on board, and they've already got 2 other Ripple people involved. Does my 8-year-old need to draw you a picture on a Friday? I don't think he does. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that if they don't need a picture drawn for them, Link2's website is linqto.com. And they also have an app you can download onto your phone if you're interested in this kind of thing. But Miguel Baez has got me very interested as of today. Thank you for listening.